Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Colby Evans, aka Startin' Park Car here on Twitter. And if you guys remember, a couple weeks ago I did a review video on some die casts and some sheet metal that I'd be previewing. And this piece by far was the most requested for me to review and to me to talk about on how I acquired it and to just go over it in general. This is a Carl Long door from his Rick Glenn days in the mid-2000s. Not quite sure the history of this door. How I did acquire it, I purchased it through the Racing Warehouse. For those who are not familiar with that, is a Facebook group. They do have their own website now, but they're primarily more on Facebook. They are a Facebook NASCAR group. They've been around for over a decade. I would really say, guys, they're the main source of NASCAR sheet metal, crew shirts, fire suits, other assorted NASCAR memorabilia. From modern day times, if you want to get your hands on it. And I acquired these pieces through them. Of course, working with Carl Long in the past with my history with MBM Motorsports, I was friends with the guy from the Racing Warehouse, and he DM'd me saying if I wanted to buy this piece before they put it on the main sale. And of course, I'm not stupid, so I'm going to take him up on his auction. Now, in that past, though, I've also purchased some other Carl Long pieces that we're going to review today. So, mind you guys are going to walk with me as we look through my MBM Motorsports sheet metal collection. Right here, we're going to start off second with arguably my favorite piece. This Carl Long, I believe this is a name rail, or I'm not sure. I want to say this is a name rail. I'm not 100% which piece this is off, but this is probably one of my favorite parts of the car. You don't see many Carl Long rails out there. I would consider this one of my holy grail pieces. A lot of fun. Very simple, just blue paint with the white decals. It's all wrapped today's, but you know, back in the day they were still doing decals. Moving on, of course, like I said, we already showed the door, but I'll give you guys a little bit of closer. Unfortunately, as you guys can kind of see, I'll put the phone here real close. You can see this door is really starting to break. I've kept it inside. Here, I'll actually show you guys. You can actually see this part right here is actually disconnected from the door itself. And you can see where it's kind of cracking too on the back side of it. So I've tried to hang this piece up, but I'm afraid it'll break apart. So it's just kind of, for me, it's safer to kind of keep this piece on the floor. I'll zoom out a bit. Some of the decals, though, that we do see, we got the old Nextdale Cup Series logo. We got the good old Bud Polo Award Mechanics wear. Gillette Mach 3 Turbo. Boy, that's a throwback. An odometer. This next piece right here is actually off of one of MBM's more recent cars. This was a lower quarter panel off of the fluorescent orange Dodge. This car was last ran. This car, I know, it was last ran at Indianapolis in 2018. Brandon Hightower unfortunately wrecked the car, but it was the last time this car was ran. Picked up this really, really fun piece. One of my favorite cars in the MBM stable was this fluorescent orange Dodge. I'm going to have to move this piece a little out of the way to get to the other piece. You can see, look at the rust. Again, this was before composite bodies, guys. You know, like I said, those suckers were a lot more durable back in the day than the composite bodies. This right here is also part of the our long metal. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to get it out here. There we go. It's a little dusty, but I'll show it up to you guys. Here we are. We got USG, the right Bestos logo, MBNA, half of the Goodyear, Waste Management, Mobile One, Polycarbs, 3M, EA Sports, it's in the game, Mac Tools, Outback Steakhouse. I want to say that's Jessel. I don't quite remember that logo, but this was actually here. I'll line this up with the Brett Holmes piece I got right here, but if you can kind of imagine it, this was kind of sold to me as a double set piece. It was unfortunately the only three pieces they had. You can see the name rail over there. Unfortunately, it was kind of the only three pieces they had. I was kind of hoping they would add more. Like, God forbid if they somehow got the hood. Then we'll come around here a little bit more for you guys. Here, let me turn a turn a light on. Now, this is actually quite a rare piece because MBM did not run a lot of Chevys. I believe this was actually one of the last, if not the last, Chevy that ever ran for MBM Motorsports. This is a Chad Fincham piece, and it's from 2017 Dover, when he was involved in an early crash. But I do believe, off the top of my head, that this was the last time that MBM ran a Chevrolet. Maybe they ran once more in 2018, but I do believe this was the last time. If I am wrong, just correct me in the comment section, but I want to believe this was the last time MBM ran a Chevy. Carl did not have a lot of Chevys. He primarily ran old Toyotas and Dodges. And then, arguably, guys, two favorite pieces. I'm sure you guys have seen these in my podcast videos. But these two doors, here, I'll zoom out for this one. And we got an old school pit banner, pit sign, number 13 pit sign. For MBM Motorsports, the fluorescent orange Dodge. There's the door off of it. Unfortunately, the sad part is you can kind of see the paint really starting to crack. The crack, when I bought the door, the crack was right here. And now, you know, with weathered and it being over time, the crack has made its way all the way here. Eventually, it's probably going to go all the way through. And then going back to that Chad Fincham piece, this is actually the door from that car. Like I said, car was pretty torn up. It never ran again off the top of my out of my knowledge, unfortunately. But still cool nonetheless to own all these MBM pieces in here. Here's kind of a cool thing right here. I'll zoom in for you guys. There's my father on the left, boss man Carl in the middle. And that's me from 2018 when I had no beard, short hair, and was a little bit chubbier. So, but yeah, I'm sure you guys have seen these in my podcasts. As you guys know, I do work for Carl part-time. It's a lot of fun. Was glad to have these in my collection. But yeah, you guys definitely voted that this was the sheet metal you guys wanted to see first. So yeah, those are my MBM Motorsports Carl Long pieces. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you all saw some other sheet metal in the video that you would like me to tell a story about or review it for you, just let me know down in the comment section below. Like and subscribe to the channel, and I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I've been Colby Evans, and I'm signing off. Bye-bye.